Hi guys, it's Grace with VSG Gastric. Today is Tuesday, March 26th, 2019, and I am here today for my 1-year, 12-week or 64-week post-op VSG update. You can tell, of course, that I am coming at you from my car. Today is another one of those really busy weeks. Well, it's a busy day as part of a busy week, and this is kind of the only free time I have to film this before I've got to run a bunch of errands, and then I want to make sure I have time when I get home to edit it, so it's nice to just have it filmed now. But without further ado, let's get into stats. So again, my name is Grace. I'm 5'8", 28 years old, and on January 2nd, 2018, I had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy or VSG weight loss surgery. My highest weight ever recorded was 354 pounds in May of 2017, and I was required by my insurance to do a 6-month medically supervised weight loss diet, and over the course of that 6 months, I lost 35 pounds, so my starting weight day of surgery was 319 pounds. Last week, I came at you with a weight of 191.1 pounds, and this morning I weighed in at 189.8. So, that is a weekly loss of 1.4 pounds. A loss since surgery of 129.2 pounds, and a loss since my highest weight of 164.2 pounds. I'm really happy with that. I'm in the 180s right now. I mean, barely. 189.8. Would not be surprised if I fluctuate right back to 190 tomorrow and the rest of the week, especially because I am going on a trip this weekend, so we'll see how the weight goes, but super exciting to see that 189. You know, my thought of kind of my maintenance range is, I'm thinking kind of going to be like 175 to 180, 185. 180 is kind of like the number I've had in my head, and I really want to get to 177 just to get there, because that will mean I have lost as much weight as I weigh for my highest weight. But 177 is now 13 pounds away. Holy shit. I lost like basically that much weight in my first week after surgery. So crazy. Yeah, I'm really happy with the progress. Things are going well. And my eating has been good this week, but definitely I've been a lot more lax with the whole foods thing than I have been thus far. Not in a way that makes me feel out of control or bad. In a way of like I would want to kind of live my life. Kind of like how I want to be living, you know, when I get back from my trip. You know, like we went to this new brunch place that had opened up across the street, and my roommate really wanted to try it, and so, you know, I had a latte, and they had like those really fancy flavors, and I really wanted to try it, and they had sugar in them, but I was like, fine, you know, I got like an 8-ounce, what was it, tangerine something. It was really good. But you know, carbs. And I ended up getting this pulled, it was Korean short rib poutine. Oh, so good. And I mean, I only had a couple of the fries. Fries kind of sit a little bit heavy. Potatoes can, particularly fries. So I didn't eat very many of them, but I did have a couple of the fries. But I was okay with it. Like, it didn't kind of trigger me to spiral or binge or anything like that. And, yeah, just kind of doing my thing. This is a iced Americano with cream and sugar-free almond. I'm so obsessed with sugar-free almond lately. I should actually get some for my apartment, so I'm not just spending all my money out. Anyways, other things. I went on a hike this weekend. I mentioned it in my last week video. If you watched that one, I was going on my first hike of the year, the longest hike I've ever gone on. It was a 7-mile hike. Pretty steep elevation. I mean, according to my Fitbit, I went up 200 flights of stairs. I got 25,000 steps that day. It was about a 3.5-hour trip. I want to say, I think it was maybe 3.5, 4 hours that we all total, but we, you know, stopped at the top, had some jerky, took in the sights, but it was good. It was crazy. You know, like when my friend was telling me about it, because I let her organize everything because she actually does this stuff, and I was like, I'm in your capable hands. And so she's like, yeah, you know, it's a 7-mile hike. It's probably going to take us about 3.5, 4 hours. And I was like, shit, you sure? You sure that's okay? And she's like, I wouldn't take you if I didn't think you could do it. And I was like, all right, I hope you're not wrong. But yeah, it went well. It was good. I mean, I definitely, like, we stopped a couple of times. I wasn't like going straight through, but I mean, I could not have done that pre-op, and it was just cool. And like, it wasn't too bad. I kind of enjoyed it. I'm already like looking forward to another hike. It was just cool. It's cool to see that. Just that's why I had the surgery, for stuff like that, you know, to be able to do things like go on hikes with friends, you know, like that is not something I ever did before. I didn't think I liked it before. I was like, I never really liked nature. And I don't think it was that I didn't like nature. I mean, I'm not like a crazy nature person, but it was just like, it was uncomfortable for me, right? Like I got hot too easily. I wasn't very active. Bugs love me. That still is a problem, but you know, it was a bunch of excuses. So, it was great. And just something I've been noticing this week especially is just how much energy I have now compared to before. You know, it's like I would get off of work and I barely even could cook. You know, it's like I would eat quesadillas all the time because I didn't have the energy to like make meals. And now, you know, it's like I went on a 7-mile hike and I got home and I still had, like, I was told myself I wasn't going to do anything. But then I went to Target and then I made like a stew from scratch that I was planning to make the next day, but I was like, I have the energy and the time. I did 2 loads of laundry. I just wasn't ready to just sit on my ass, and that's new for me. And I don't know, I'm doing a bunch of stuff. You know, I'm about to go get my nails done. I used to hate doing things after work, and now I really don't mind it. I have all this energy that I didn't have before. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, part of what all the running around I'm doing right now is that I am going to New Orleans on Thursday. I think I've mentioned it before, but I am so excited. Foodie Turned Sleevey has posted about this meetup that she's doing at Dat Dog on Saturday. If you're in the area, I'll link it below her post. But I'm really excited to meet some amazing weight loss surgery people there. I'm so excited to see New Orleans. I've been only once before, and it was during Mardi Gras, and I really liked it a lot, but you know, it was very crowded and packed, and I was drunk a lot of the time, and I was, you know, 150 pounds heavier, and there were some times where like I physically didn't have the stamina to do as much stuff as I wanted to do. So I'm really excited to experience it at this lower weight, to experience it when it's not quite so hectic with Mardi Gras stuff, have some delicious food. I fully am going to have a beignet or 3, probably just 1 maybe. I don't know. I'm having at least 1 beignet. I'm going to be drinking, not excessively. I don't plan to drink excessively, but I will be having some drinks for sure. But I also plan on doing a lot of walking, and I'll be around a lot of people who are focused on their health and nutrition as well. And so I think that will hopefully be a good motivator to stay on track. I am bringing my workout gear. I am hoping to get in some planned workouts in addition to all the walking, and it's just going to be fun, I hope. It should be fun. And a nice little break from things. But that is kind of just running around preparing for all of that has been my aim, I guess. So I think that's pretty much everything. I've got my trip coming up, preparing for my trip. I had the hike on the weekend. That was really a lot of fun. I'm hoping to do a hike a month as I start getting closer to Machu Picchu in the fall. So I'm hoping to do more hiking and more other activities. My friend that I went hiking with, she is like my activity buddy. She's pretty fit. Like she's run marathons before. she does CrossFit with her husband, and so she's the person that I go to like do things with. So she's the one who went with me to Orange Theory to try it because she'd been curious about it as well. And she's like, I think she's really excited that I'm into fitnessy things now too, because she has someone to try things with, and we try to see each other. You know, we grew up together, and so it's a good, you know, an activity to do that's not centered around food. So she's like, yeah, she's always wanted to try like that upright paddleboarding, and I was like, that's gonna be a disaster. Sign me up. And she's like, we should try goat yoga. So we're just like, she's my friend who I'm gonna be doing a bunch of activity stuff with, and it is fun to think of new things. Yeah, we did axe throwing, we've done roller skating, all of these things since I had surgery. It's been fun to come up with new ideas of ways to hang out, things to do together that don't revolve around food, and it's been pretty successful. So yeah, anyways, I am going to run. I have to go to get my toes done so that they are all pretty for New Orleans, even though they're going to be in shoes the whole time. Still very important. And you know, I'm all about that self-care. I hope you guys are doing really, really well. I'm doing great, and I'll talk to you guys soon.